I'm Annalisa Klebers. We begin with breaking news right now on News 12 New Jersey. An active scene at a Walmart in Union Township. Reports of a potential threat of a shooting at the store. Speaker Pelosi saying tonight no one is above the law. JP Morgan Chase is expanding a policy to hire more people with criminal records. The bank says it will spend $7 million to support programs in Chicago, Detroit, Seattle, Nashville, and New York City. A new breath test for opioid drugs could offer real-time opioid detection anywhere. Meanwhile, it was revealed Justice Department national security lawyers were first made aware about the whistleblower's complaint more than a week before the official referral. It will allow them to pick up their ballots quicker while reducing administrative costs. President Trump threatening to, quote, terminate the New York Times and the Washington Post. A little bit of Hollywood is coming to Jersey City. Here's a look at the stories making headlines this weekend. News 12 New Jersey's John Bathke brings us her story. A hit TV show coming to life on a Long Island stage.
Here's what's going on.
At 17 years old, an Atlantic County teenager is making a big difference in his community. He's picking up thousands of pounds of garbage, teaching inner city kids how to fish, and oh, by the way, he's winning state fishing championships as well. Meteorologist Dave Curran here now with more. I was actually shocked, Dave, to see the sun when I arrived
You
at
were
work.
shocked. I'm the one forecasting clouds. I think I was a little bit more shocked than everybody else. I was sitting there going, what is that?
What is happening?
Why is that there?
Yeah, with the cousin.
Yeah, cousin.
Who never goes away.
Every Christmas.
Exactly.
There's always that relative that comes to the door and you're just like, okay, we're going to do this.
Exactly.
We love you. Big said with a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, he does not have time to get sick. We feel you, Biggs.
Yes.
We
Ain't nobody
feel
got
ya.
time for that.
We're washing our hands
That's it.
excessively.
Let's see, it's washing your hands,
Yes.
sanitizer,
Yes.
never open a door.
Check.
Right.
Well, I'm a Yankee fan, so.
I know. It's hard to want them to win when they just beat the Yankees.
Yeah, you know.
And he just left off talking about China, but he wouldn't get into specifics about exactly what he discussed with leaders there. His task force is going to work for 3 weeks on this issue, trying to determine what are the marketing practices here. We have breaking news right now. Federal investigators holding a briefing on yesterday's deadly plane crash. Let's listen in. We just heard from the NTSB on the investigation into the deadly plane crash that killed 7 people yesterday. 2 people are seriously hurt in a crash in North Belmore. All the airbags deployed when their SUV hit a tree at Belmore Avenue and Route 106 in North Belmore. Nintendo wants to get gamers off the couch and working out. The company just released a new game called Ring Fit Adventure. Instead of using buttons on a controller, you can perform real-world exercises to move the characters in the game. Players use some special accessories to jog, squat, high knee through different stages. The Ring Fit Adventure costs $80 and it's on sale now. A Medford man is set to face a judge today for allegedly trying to rob a Dunkin' Donuts at knife point. The village of Northport wants to fix its parking problem. Newsday reports the village board is considering replacing its classic style parking meters with digital meter consoles. The board is also reportedly considering putting in different parking zones. Residents and visitors alike say right now it can be difficult to find a spot in the popular village. Now to the latest on the impeachment probe of President Trump. A top U.S. diplomat to Ukraine is set to testify today. William Taylor is acting as the de facto U.S. ambassador to Ukraine. The former Army officer made headlines when his text messages with former special envoy for Ukraine, Kurt Volker, and ambassador to the EU, Gordon Sondland, were released. In those texts, Taylor seems to question the president's motives for withholding military aid from Ukraine. Taylor called it crazy to, quote, withhold security assistance for help with a political campaign. President Trump has denied any wrongdoing, calling the impeachment probe a witch hunt. Now to the latest on the crisis in Syria. Iraqi officials say U.S. troops leaving Syria and heading to Iraq do not have permission to stay in Iraq. This comes as the Pentagon says American departure from northern Syria will take time.
This withdrawal will take weeks, not days. Until that time, our forces will remain in the towns that are located near the oil fields.
Defense Secretary Mark Esper made that announcement during a visit to Afghanistan. He says the U.S. mission is to protect the Kurdish-held oil fields from ISIS and others.